Hey, how's it going, YouTube land? This is B-Rad with B-Rad's Beer Review. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyhow, I'm doing an extra beer video today. I read an article recently about Pabst Blue Ribbon, and I know a lot of you probably are not Pabst Blue Ribbon fans. I'm a Pabst Blue Ribbon fan because it's one of the oldest breweries here in America, and when I was in the Marines, I lived with me and my wife. We lived with well, anyhow. Besides that, it is a cheap beer. When I was in the Marines, me and my buddies drank a lot of beer. So with that, drinking a lot of beer, we were all lance corporals, and we just didn't make a lot of money. Okay, back then, well, they still today don't make that much money. Well, I could go down to the Vons in 29 Palms because I live downtown, and you could buy a case of Pabst Blue Ribbon. This was draft, mind you. It wasn't the regular PBR, but it was draft. But you can get a case of it for $3.99. I kid you not. $3.99 buys you a case. So normally that kept us pretty content with drinking. So throughout the years, I grew. Hey man, when I ain't got no money, I have no problem buying some PBR. And then throughout the years, the PPR scene grew into, became a hipsters. Hipsters made the beer popular. Well, then of course, I guess, what is it, Miller, who owns it now, they decided that they would decide that they wanted to do away with it or something. I don't know what happened, but they decided to keep the beer and still keep producing it. So I was at the liquor store and stuff, and I know I did a review on the APA, the American Pale Ale that Pabst put out, and I wasn't real impressed with it. It was okay, but would I go out of my way and buy it? Probably not. If the best beer is free beer and your beer, and you better believe I'm not going to turn that down. Despite even if it was a Coors Light, I'd still drink it. Okay, and everyone knows what a fan of Coors Light I am. Not. Anyhow, so I'm at the liquor store. I seen a special. Well, I don't know. It's not really special, but it's kind of funny if you ask me. Pabst Blue Ribbon, low calorie. So I guess if you're on a beer diet, which I probably should be on a beer diet, I should be drinking like light beer instead of all these crap beers I've been drinking. I was like, wow, holy cow. Now, I always do on the packaging of one's beer. And this is the regular PBR can pretty much, except it's got the light blue, hint low calorie maybe, I don't know. And, I don't know what color that stripe is. I think it's green. I don't know. I'm colorblind, so make fun of me if you will. Speaking of colorblindness, I was watching YouTube the other day, and I don't know those of you who know Adam Calhoun is. He's a guy who, I guess he has a music career. He does a little rapping. Anyhow, he puts out funny videos. I enjoy him, and the guy is not a veteran, but he loves America, and he's very proud of the veteran community, and matter of fact, I believe his son is in the Army, so he's very proud. He's a proud American, puts out funny shit. I enjoy watching his videos. I know there's a lot of haters out there that don't like him, say he's whatever he is, but this is the holiday season, and 22 veterans a day die because of PTSD related suicide. So be a friend. Call someone up that you hadn't heard from in a while. See how they're doing. Wish them a good day. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Whatever. That could change everything for them because, believe it or not, there's a lot of Americans. The Adam Calhoun deal, he suffers from high anxiety and depression and stuff. and he has medication that he deals with it. A lot of people have anxiety and depression, and this is the worst time of year for that kind of stuff. People get stressed out about having money. Are they going to be able to buy Christmas presents for everybody? You know, am I going to be able to pay my rent, my electric bill? You know, it's a very stressful time for everyone. And let's try to be considerate to those people. You know, don't go to the old Walmart and you know, they have a blue light special and you're grabbing crap out of someone's hand, like that did happen to me one time. Um, However you deal with depression and anxiety, you know, whether it be medication, therapy, what have it, I can say um, all of them are good things. I mean, you know, if it keeps you in the game, because the only thing suicide does is it hurts the ones who love you around you. It doesn't solve any answers. So with that being said, on a serious note, call your friend, say hi, just say hi. You know, go from there. You know I'm a big offender of this, and I need to do the same myself. Matter of fact, I got someone um, in mind that I haven't heard from for a while, and I'm just gonna send them a message and say hi and see where it goes from there. So let's. I don't know if we really need to do a color and smell because it's going to smell like beer. It's going to look like beer, but we're going to do it anyhow because as my pursuit of being this angry uh, beer blogger, I guess I'd be. You know, we try to do shit the legit way, and that's what my childhood friend Mark Williams thought. You know, hey, why don't you do it? You know, why don't you show everyone what it looks like, what it smells like? So I got the 16-ounce Veterans Day glass out. And this is a tall boy. Now, as far as the price goes, I mean PBR for the cheap beer, it's I think it'd be a little cheaper, but because you know we have its popularity between the young hipsters, it raises the price up a little bit. But I think I paid a 6 pack. I think I paid $5.99, so it's roughly about $1 beer, which is, if you ask me, too high for PBR. I mean, because some of the lower end beers you can buy them for $4.99, a 6 pack of Tall Boys. And that's another thing. I would like to go to the liquor store sometime and grab some of the cheaper beers. And if you need to drink on a budget, man, maybe I can help you pick out the best one. That way, if you ain't got any money, maybe there's something, that can satisfy your thirst. All right. Well, just with that little swig I took out of that. Goddamn cameraman must be drunk. He's in and out of focus. What the hell is wrong with this guy? Damn it. You're fired, camera guy. You're fired. Shit. I can tell you right now, since I had a little taste of it in my mouth, I'm not a real big fan. So let's give her. Believe it or not, there's not too much of a wheat or a hop or barley or malt smell to it at all. I don't know how many calories that is, but it is very light, low calorie. You think they would tell you on the can how many calories are in this? They give you a 1-800 number for any questions. If I had an extra phone, I'd give them a call and we'd see where it goes. See what lead down the rabbit's hole. This is the Easy Pabst Blue Ribbon beer. Nature's choicest products provide to light, crisp flavor only to be finest of hope, hop and grains and have been used to create our most easily drinking beer. Okay, well, it is pretty easy drinking, but to me, there's really no flavor in this beer at all. I mean, drinking the craft beers and stuff, they're full of flavor. Okay, the Radler with the grapefruit, it's full of flavor. The double IPAs, um, the stouts, full of flavor. This is not full of flavor, I guess. I guess if you're on a budget, but I believe this is not the cheap beer that you'd go to, if you would like to drink some beer. I think you can find something a little better than this. It's a little disappointing coming from PBR. The last two uh, beer reviews I did for PBR, a little disappointing. The APA, I won't buy again. Now the best beer is free beer and your beer. We all know that, and I'm down for that. So this PBR low calorie, I'm not giving it. I'm not giving it anything. Whatever. It's a beer that if I didn't have any other choice, I would buy it, drink it. But it's not bad tasting. It's just not. I don't think there's any flavor to it at all for a light, low calorie beer. I guess with low calories means low taste. Chuggability. It's like drinking a Coors Light water. So, with that being said, I hope everyone has a happy holiday. And like I said, help somebody out. Call them up, say hi. You might just save that person's life. Random acts of kindness, I highly encourage. There's just not enough of that out in the world today. And if you can help somebody, then help somebody. The favor will be returned, I guarantee it. So, with that being said, it's that time to salute our fallen. And I've only got the little Jaeger shooter still, so I was going to buy a, gosh dang, what do you call it? Was going to buy a bottle of the Lead Slinger rye bourbon, I mean, I don't mind a little rye, but then there was so many other selections. I was like, wow, man, there's just a lot here. Whew. So, this little Jaeger shooter, it's for the fallen brothers and sisters that I have, or if you're a veteran, you have, or family member, or whatever, that have sacrificed it all for this great country. I love America. I'm very proud of my service, the Marine Corps. I'm very proud of all the Marine Corps friends that I miss dearly to this day. Being out, you just don't ever keep in touch. But thanks to Facebook and other social media outlets, I've been able to reconnect with some of my brothers and stuff. So, with that being said, this is for our fallen. You are never forgotten. Those who sacrificed it all so we can live in this great country of ours. And of course, Chesty Puller, wherever you are, hoorah. Woo! Thank you. Thank you guys very much for watching B-Rad's Beer Review. Just a disclaimer, anything I say in this video is my opinion. Not necessarily true, not necessarily any credibility. If you believe me and what I say, you could be going down a bad pathway. I want to thank my Marine Corps brother, Brad Lance. I want to thank Dusty Lanes, Blocky, my cousin, Massimo Flavla, Casey Patch, Chris Nicholson, also Marine Corps brothers. John Sanders, look out. He says he watches this, so if you watch this and you call me, because then I'll know that she actually watched it. And I appreciate everyone. I'm at 25 subscribers right now. By the end of the year, let's see if we can double my subscribers. That's not too much to ask, I don't think, because I think I ramble on about some pretty cool shit, especially beer and stuff. Speaking about ramble on, let's ramble on a little bit about something I heard on the radio about some little uh, a a lady writes the CEO of Amazon because they have that Lexa, and her daughter's name's Lexa, and she's going to school and she's being bullied because her name's Lexa. The kids feel that it's funny to bully her because her name's Lexa. Lexa, do my homework. Lexa, give me your lunch, I guess. And she's begging the CEO to change the name so her daughter won't be getting bullied. You know what? I feel sorry for this little girl because no little girl should ever go through that. But you know what? I'm sure no matter what her name is, she's probably still going to get bullied because you have bad parents out there that give bad parenting to their kids, and their kids go to school and do stuff like bullying and stuff like that. So, do I think it's Amazon's fault? No, I don't. Do I think it's her mother's fault? No, I don't. For naming her, it's the school's fault for allowing those children to, bully other children and shit. And I'm sure. Someone should get involved other than Amazon CEO. I don't even know how you get a hold of that guy's number for one. I wouldn't know the first thing if I wanted to, let's just say, who's ever in charge of YouTube. Let me write him. Hey, I feel I got a pretty decent video going on, but no one ever watches it. God. Anyhow. That was just a little rant. I heard that on the radio, and I was like, oh, God, that's unfortunate for that little girl. Kind of like the one, someone named their kid ABCDE, which is, I forget how you pronounce that, but it's Abacidi, something like that. And I'm sorry if I mispronounce it. It's actually pronounced like that, but someone at American Airlines is making fun of her, and I'm just like, oh, good God. You would think if you're going to name your kid, which is a pretty cool name, I think, but I would spell it similar to how it's pronounced, not ABCDE. Because then you have ignorant people in the world that are going to sit there and place judgment upon you and everything else. And if you're a parent, you shouldn't name your kids weird things, That's just, to me, that's a parent's fault right there. What the airline person did was not right. It was wrong. Don't get me wrong. But yet on the other hand, the parent should have changed the spelling of the name. It's a very, very cool name, I believe. And like I said, that little girl didn't deserve to have the American Airlines person, in my opinion. And hey, I'm sorry that I've been rambling on about this. I just, gosh, you know what? I'm just like any American. I work a lot of hours and everything, and I come home and sometimes I'm wound up like a top. And